I am Jared Dillashaw from the School of Education, and I'm going to be talking with you about using the quiz module in Moodle, specifically about using the results section after students have taken a quiz to do some extensive test analysis of the quizzes that you've just given. In your course, you scroll to where the quiz was, because that's where you're going to pick it up. Quiz 1, students have taken this quiz. Click on the quiz that you're going to be looking at. You will see that one attempt was allowed. I have 16 students in the class, 16 attempts have been made, so everyone has now taken the test. So if I click on attempts, I will get a view of what every student did on every question in the quiz. It will tell me when they started the quiz, when they finished. It will also tell me how much time each student took in taking the quiz. Sometimes when you're doing a quiz for the first time, you're not sure about how much time it might take, what's an average time students might need, so this can be some useful information to file away for the next time you might want to give a quiz. This particular display of the student responses, in green, of course, they got it correct, and in pink, they got it incorrect, could give you a quick visual display if there is a particular question that is causing a lot of trouble. If you were to get, for instance, on question 9 or question 8, if you were to get far more wrong answers than you got right answers, that might suggest you need to go back and look at that particular question. It might be a badly constructed question that's throwing students off. So that's a real quick visual way of looking at what your students did. You also get a bar graph. I don't find that particularly useful to look at. But then at the end you have every student's score. This happened to be a 20-question quiz, a 20-point quiz. The average in this particular one was 18. It's a relatively easy quiz at this point in the course. That's one part of test analysis. The other part of test analysis looks at some more particular characteristics of this particular test. So let's go to statistics. In other words, you see on this menu over here, under Quiz 1, Results, Grades, under Statistics, then you will get the descriptive statistics of your course, the average grade, the median grade, the standard deviation, skewness, if you're interested in those kinds of things. You get the standard error of measurement for the particular test, if you're interested in those kinds of things. You will get some other information about how each question operated on the test. And one of the things that I find most useful about this particular option in Moodle is I can download the data table as an Excel spreadsheet. Just click on download it as an Excel spreadsheet. I've already downloaded it, so I'll just go back and pick it up. And it gives me very detailed information about each of the items on this particular quiz. Now, I said earlier that I teach testing and measurement, so this is information that I'm always very interested in looking at with my quizzes. The facility index, it will tell you the percent of students that answered that particular question correctly. It's also known as the difficulty index in testing and measurement. The other item that I'm always very interested in is the discrimination index. Discrimination index in testing and measurement is an indicator of how that particular question is discriminating against, and not in a pejorative way, but between the students who know the material and the students who don't know the material. What I look for in discrimination indices, if I see a negative discrimination index. A negative discrimination index is a problematical question because that generally means that the students who are scoring highest on the test are missing that question, and the students who are scoring lowest on the test are getting that question right. Just the opposite of what you might expect. So a negative discrimination index to me is a signal that I really do need to go back and look at that particular question, see how that question was worded, constructed, because it has some particular problems to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a negative discrimination index. So that is after the fact. These are after your quizzes have been given. You have the data, you have the student data. There's a multiple range of information that you can get from this data to help you improve quizzes, improve individual questions, and improve quizzes that you might give in the future.